See, people on here talking about that they chosen and that they called. They're chosen and that they're called. You will know the chosen and the people who are called by the way that they suffer. By the way that they suffer, by the trials and tribulations that they endure. You will know who is called and who is chosen. And I'm not talking about people who are suffering or who have suffered because of their sin, because the word says that we should not be suffering because we are sinners, right? But the people who are enduring to the end, not only are they enduring, but they're suffering because of their endurance. That's how you know that you are called and you are chosen. I was telling this to my daughter yesterday. Suffering and pain produces character. Suffering and pain buffets your flesh. Suffering and pain causes you to mature. It causes you mature spiritually, mentally, physically, you will mature when you are suffering. Suffering causes you to be humble and teachable. Why? Because that pain, you don't want to keep feeling this pain. So you're going to do whatever it is that you need to do to stop the pain. Suffering is necessary to make it to the kingdom. Suffering will cause you to cry out aloud and spare not. Suffering will cause you to stand for what's right. It will. I was reading the book of Maccabees the other night, and just reading about what our ancestors had to go through and the level in which they were suffering. Now, most of it they caused on themselves, but it produced a whole nother level of faith and warfare in these people. It produced a change of heart and a change of mind. See, they went and they, pledged their allegiance to Greece and tried to do what the Grecians was doing, right? But even under their pledge, they still suffered, and they suffered for a long time. And not everybody pledged their allegiance to Greece. There were some that stood. They stood and they went to their grave. They suffered for their faith. They suffered for what they knew was right. And then one of the kings, I don't want to say the name because I'm not sure if the name is correct in my mind or not, but he challenged the Most High. He did. And the Most High had to buffet that flesh. He had to get in that flesh. And at the end, he had to repent. And he was praying that the Most High would have mercy on him. But he went to his grave suffering because he came up against the Most High. See, everybody has a measure of grace. Everybody has a measure of grace. Anyway, I don't want to get too far into that. So, but those of you who are on here talking about, we done suffered long enough. We done. It's time to celebrate. It's time to put back on our princely garments. It's time for us to enjoy life. You a lie. You're definitely not part of the remnant. You're definitely not one that is called. See, those of us who know what's coming down the pipeline, right? We know we need to stay humble. We know that we definitely need to eat the word. We definitely need to encourage ourselves because of what's to come. Just as well as our ancestors had to suffer for righteousness, the same fate is going to come down to us. It is. You have to suffer to prove who you are. You're going to have to go through things, not things because of your sin, but because of righteousness. There's a day coming. There's a day coming, my brothers and my sisters, that will prove who we are in Hamashiach. There's a day coming. It is. So don't be crying now about this little persecution that some people are enduring. Don't be crying now because of the rejection that you are facing. The people talking about you, you possibly lost a job, or you got a little affliction in your soul, a little affliction in your body. Don't be crying now, because this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. When you choose to give Hamashiach a yes and to follow him, you need to study to see, what did Hamashiach suffer? What did he endure? What did he go through, right? And that will give you an idea of what you're going to have to go through to get to him, to be with him for eternity. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be sunshine and roses and rain. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be bloody. It is. It is. And also, you don't want to listen to nobody who hasn't been through anything. You don't want to listen to people. It's so many people that they think that they have wisdom. They have wisdom. They got the stamina, but they never been through anything. How can you listen to somebody who never been through anything? If I hear your story is like, well, I just woke up one day and I just accepted Hamashiach, Nah. I need to know what you've been through. I need to know that you have been tested and proven, because if the person is not tested and proven, they are the most judgmental person. You won't understand me. You won't understand my trials, my tribulations. You won't understand what I've been through. You won't have empathy and sympathy. You won't sympathize with me. See, our Hamashiach, he sympathized with those who were suffering. Why? Because he suffered himself. He felt what they felt. I don't listen to nobody who haven't been through nothing. You was born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Oh, my parents were divorced when I was 3. Nah, I need to know that I was on crack. I need to know, man, I was homeless. I was on my deathbed. Those are the people I pay attention to. Those are the stories that I'm like, yo, tell me more. You done suffered. You have been resurrected. Your bones was dry. You was one of the dry bones awakening. Let me leave y'all with some scriptures. Romans 5:3-5 says, not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope, and hope does not put us to shame, because Yahuwah's love has been poured unto our hearts through the Ruach HaKodesh, who has been given to us. James 1:2-4 says, count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete. Suffering makes you perfect and complete, lacking nothing. So don't run from the testings and the trials. Don't run from suffering. Don't trick yourself into believing, you know what, my life not supposed to be this hard. I'm not supposed to be going through all of this, and it's not supposed to hurt this bad. Don't trick yourself into believing that. Receive it in faith. Endure until the end. Shalom.